everyone, I'm Allie with PotomacBeads. Join me today's Better Beader in talking about chakra stones. We're going to look at the colors and why they're so appealing, even if you're not a fan of the chakra idea. But I'm going to look at the different colors of stones, some ideas to go along with it, and to work with some of this gemstone jewelry, showing you that you can use gemstones as well as non-gemstones, using them together and being able to create something wonderful. Looking at some of the different beads then, I have kind of a chart here. And this chart is by Mary Ann Perini, so I want to make sure that we give her credit for this chart. And I was able to print this off online for free. And it goes over kind of the different chakra stones. So the idea of this chakra is that there's different parts of the body that have different stones that will help in those areas of the body and help healing and such for that purpose. Now, the thing that I think is most appealing about this is that it's done in a rainbow fashion. We all like rainbows. We look at them and see their beauty and their color. And I think that's why the chakra stones, even if you don't believe that the stones are going to help in any way with your health, you still love the idea and the color. That's because naturally our mind likes to see all of these colors used at once. It's a great way to trigger creativity, a great way to look at that entire color wheel and to think about the way that these colors could be used together. So it's natural that the chakra stones would go in kind of a rainbow order because, again, that's the natural order of the rainbow and the color wheel when you're looking at it. And you can see kind of colors that are opposite one another, kind of floating from one to the other and go back a couple, 3 stones. So the first thing I thought I would do was go over the different chakras, which are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar chakra, the heart, throat, brow, and crown. So they kind of go from bottom up when you're looking at it and having the crown as that chakra. Some will also add kind of that clarity and do a clear crystal. So I thought I would go over the stones and just tell you the colors of the stones. So it says red and black, also brown and gray for the root. Then we have orange is going to be also blue, green, and light brown of the stones. Yellow and gold for the solar, which makes sense. Green is going to be green, pink, and also red sometimes for the heart chakra. Red makes sense. The throat chakra is blue, and then indigo and purple, also red for the brow. And the crown is going to be violet and white clear, also pink and light purple. So kind of in that end of the rainbow tones. Now, like I said, if you have the different chakra pieces, you can give these as a meaningful gift. I also have, just as an example, a piece or amber around my daughter's neck that was supposed to help with teething. I just think it looks cute. I've never noticed a difference with it. But there's different places in these chakra stones that are believed to help with different struggles that we have in emotions and sometimes physical ways. There's in red, you see protection, grounding, stability, physical energy, willpower, security. And then in addition to that, it has specific stones that are usually picked up for the different chakras. Because you can see it all, I'm not going to go ahead and read them all. You can kind of pause if you need to. But there's a whole list of stones that are readily available, generally speaking, to the public when you're looking at different chakra stones and what will be used. At Potomac, we carry a line and at least one of all the stones that are listed here. We also, because we know the demand for it, and again, a pretty rainbow mix, we also have pre-done chakra strands. A lot of people, when they're looking at the strands for health uses, they will look and see that the different strands are not dyed or not altered in any way. They want them in their most natural form. That's why a lot of times I have a pendulum here just to show you. A lot of times they will be used in a pendulum or a rock form or even chip form because all they're done in that form is kind of tumbled rather than the smooth round. They're used a lot also with lava stone to put on some essential oils, but these are kind of quick and easy ways to get all of those stones and kind of covered. You can see that nice rainbow. I should flip it here. And this one includes the crystal as you're working with it. So this is a tree of life, which then has the stones as well. Again, even if you're not into the idea that these stones are actually going to heal or have healing powers, it's the colors that are appealing to people and that are used often in jewelry and putting those colors together. It's based on the color wheel. So looking into these different chakra stones, then we go from the carnelian to going with the tiger's eye, and then sometimes we'll add in the citrine and aventurine, sodalite, amethyst, and then going into, I started wrong. We've got the garnet for the root, the sacral is the carnelian, heart is going to be the aventurine, we have sodalite for the throat and the brow, and then the crown chakra is that purple, and then we have the clarity in the actual moonstone. So you're going to look at different stones and see how they look together. You can then take these stones and actually make different pieces of jewelry. Many times people aren't going to want all of the stones. So say here, if I find and look at this chart that I'm looking and finding some quartz here. So I have rose quartz. It's most likely going to be in here at the end. Yep, so I have the rose quartz here at the crown chakra. So if you're struggling with enlightenment, cosmic consciousness, universal source, or energy, some people will make bracelets that are associated with that. It's also funny, sometimes your mind just gravitates towards things. Like I gravitate towards the blue, so apparently I need help with my throat chakra and my brow chakra. But you can also do some wire working and take this citrine and the turquoise and the amethyst and use some of these different stones just in combination with one another. If you are doing this for somebody, a nice thing for a gift is to write down or to say exactly what you're helping with. It's also kind of a cute way to sell jewelry, is to do this as well. So looking at this necklace here, you can see again some of the different chakra stones were used in their color combination. I want to show also just an idea of a bracelet that I'm working on. This is a raw gemstone bracelet that it has a right angle weave with 6mm gemstones, and then I'm coming back across the top like the tidal wave bracelet if you want to search that. And it's just a combination of all of the different gemstones. Now, does this have anything to do with a chakra? No, but I do get all the different chakra stones in there, and that's again what I wanted to highlight because I know of kind of the yoga and the different chakra stones. Again, look at it as something that's visually appealing and that you're actually looking at the different color stones and kind of how they go together and concentrating on that color wheel. You can also do a bracelet where you have just one stone as your main concentration when you're working with it. Another thing that's kind of fun is looking in and taking seed beading or bead weaving skills and taking something like a carnelian drop or carnelian pendant and actually seed beading and beading around that to make it so that you can wear it and not be kind of that sacral one as a focus. The other thing that we do have, and that I've seen some people put in, is this is a little keepsake pendant. It works as a little vial, so you may see that in there. And what you're going to do is put the cork into the vial after you put some stones in. Now, I know here at Potomac Beads we have some peridot chips. I grabbed some of the amber chips, and these are a natural amber. You want to make sure that you're going for natural. These are a natural amber chip. I can take these and open them up, maybe. Grab some scissors. We'll open them up. Put these into the vial here in their natural form. Some of them will fit, some of them will be a little bit too big or might take a little bit of energy to put in there. No pun intended that we're talking about energy and chakras. All right, so you can put those in and play around with getting and kind of shaking them into the vial, mixing different ones in there. And then if you want, you can have it that the vial can open with that cork, or you can actually glue the vial down into place and pop that in so that way it'll stay. Use a little chain, add a couple more of the stones along the back, and you're good to go. So whether or not you actually want to concentrate on using a bunch of these different stones or using the color combinations, you can look at the chakra chart because it helps, again, to identify kind of the primary colors of some of the stones. It helps to identify why some of them are used more often than others. It also shows you good alternatives, that if you're looking for a specific stone and you don't have it in stock from a certain supplier, you can look and see on the chart exactly what other stone might be able to take its place and which stones are like one another. Some stones are going to be really expensive if you're looking at those high-end emeralds or rubies, but then you can also get a stone that is going to be similar in color and in energy that is going to be able to take that place and work for that specific chakra when you're working on the different chakra stones. You can also do some macrame bracelets. You can do some stretchy bracelets. I also have one other example here that I brought back, which is just a floating necklace that the different gemstones are pinched in place buy some beads, and this is the illusion necklace. Even the necklace I'm wearing here uses some bronzite or some brown, which would go into that sacral chakra when you're looking at it. And that mixed with the check glass is even just a way, if you want to identify it to others when you are giving gifts or having that on, you can say that bronzite and what it's believed that bronzite will help with. There's tons and tons of places on the internet that you can look at this information, you can see it, and you can help. Again, even if you're looking at it and you say, oh, you know, the chakra, that's kind of not something that I'm looking at it, use it as a color base. Because again, our mind, when it comes to color wheel, and you can check back to Ashley's blogs. In the bottom of the Potomac Bead Company website, there's a link to blogs, and you can check in there. There's a whole wonderful, wonderful blog that Ashley did. I think there's actually 2 that you can check out the different chakra stone colors and the way that they link up to the color wheel and which colors are going to go well together. You can think about this in terms of seed beading if you want to look on the chart and see what seed beads colors will go well, or you can look at it in gemstones and see that as well. So when you're looking at the different beads and the different colors that are involved, keep in mind that it extends through the rainbow, pushes the boundaries of some people's comfort zone when they look at the different colors together, and gives a nice way to look at these opposing colors and be able to use them in your jewelry. So again, if you're into the chakra stones, if you're not, we have some fun different stuff to go with them. Again, you can always do kind of the easy route too and just go with the tree of life, do with a crystal pendulum, and even look into those of you that are bead weavers, doing beaded beads along with them and using some of the chips. They're great resources that you get tons of beads and you can use them for many, many different things, including a lot of bead weaving things. So check out the different supplies of gemstones. You can look up that chart if you want, as well as just do a Google search for the different chakra stones, see what you come up with. It may pique your interest in looking at the different colored stones and the stones that they compare to one another. And then even it's a fun little thing to check out the different uses for the different stones and the different ways that they help with the different energy in the body. So hopefully you enjoyed this Better Beader. It's kind of an extreme difference from some of the other Better Beaders, but it still gives color ideas as well as things you should know if you are in the jewelry market. Because no matter what, if you sell your jewelry or if you have others that are interested in your jewelry, somebody is bound to ask you about some of the chakra jewelry as well as stones and what stones are going to help with different ailments or different parts of the body. So it's good to know about it, that you can make an intelligent answer or have an intelligent response to those people as well. So as always with the Better Beaders, hopefully it taught you something. We have 40 some more that you can go back and watch. I think they're really helpful, especially to you that may be a new beader watching these different Better Beader series. They go from everything from the wire and thread to crimping and different gauges, as well as sizes and measurements and stitches, so check those out. Remember, if you want to, you can always subscribe to this YouTube channel by hitting the little bell and that little like down below. You can get regular updates from us at PotomacBeads.com, and when we go live, when we have new Better Beader episodes, as well as tons and tons of new tutorials for you. Remember also, if you'd like to, you can become a member of our jewelry group in Facebook. It's Beading and Jewelry Making. Check out Beading and Jewelry Making, ask to become a member, and be amazed by everybody's talent, their willingness to help, and really the interactiveness of the group. I think that and becoming a member of that group really does make everyone a better beader, me included. It's been really great to see that community grow. Also, in addition to YouTube, you can check us out on Twitch and see the regular schedule there, as well as on Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and enjoy your chakra stones.